Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln Memorial cent value coins. In this video, we'll uncover the worth, iconic design, hidden treasures, and shocking history behind the top 3 most valuable, expensive, and ultra-rare Lincoln Memorial cents in the United States of America. We'll be exploring key coins from 1982, no mint mark, 1989, no mint mark, and 2012, no mint mark, all struck at the Philadelphia Mint. These coins represent the dramatic copper-to-zinc transition era, featuring the classic Abraham Lincoln design with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. What makes this story truly unbelievable is that even dirty, worn, heavily circulated cents, coins that look completely ordinary, can be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old penny, stick around, because you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Backhand index pointing right first up. Coin number 1. Welcome back. Stop for a moment. Don't scroll. Don't rush. Hold this coin in your hand and really look at it. This is the 1982 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial cent, minted in Philadelphia during a pivotal transition year when the U.S. Mint shifted from 95% copper cents to copper-plated zinc cents. It's worn, dirty, and heavily circulated, carrying the marks of decades of life in pockets, wallets, cash registers, and coin jars. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, an ordinary coin among millions. But the scratches, dents, and faded details it carries tell a story few will ever notice. This coin is more than metal, it is history, rarity, and the quiet potential for life-changing value. Every mark whispers decades of American life, survival, and hidden fortune waiting for someone to see it. 1982 was a year unlike any other for U.S. coinage. Copper prices had risen sharply, forcing the mint to transition to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper plating. Millions of coins flooded the economy, spending countless hands, from cash registers to wallets to pocket change. Most of these cents passed unnoticed, lost in drawers, mixed with other coins, or melted down over time. Yet among these millions, a few survived with subtle variations, weight differences, die errors, or small anomalies that would make them highly desirable decades later. A coin that survives this chaos, in ordinary circulation yet unique in its production, quietly becomes rare beyond imagination. This Lincoln Memorial cent has lived a full life. It slid across counters, jingled in pocket change, and paid for countless small transactions in stores, vending machines, and coffee shops. It passed through hundreds of hands, rubbing against keys, other coins, and surfaces that left permanent marks. Every scratch, dent, and faded detail tells the story of a coin that survived ordinary life while millions of others were discarded, lost, or destroyed. Its imperfections are not flaws, they are proof of survival, evidence that it endured decades and still carries the potential to amaze collectors. Collectors don't just chase shiny coins, they chase history, rarity, and the story that survives time. This 1982 Lincoln cent is unique because it represents the transition from copper to zinc, a year of change in U.S. coinage. Some pennies from 1982 are pure copper, some are copper-plated zinc. Differences in weight, subtle die imperfections, and minor production anomalies make certain cents incredibly rare. Even heavily circulated coins can be worth thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars if the right collector recognizes the hidden value. It's a lesson in patience, attention, and understanding the secrets hidden in plain sight. Take a closer look at this coin. The edges are worn smooth, the surfaces dulled and scratched, and Lincoln's profile softened by decades of use. But these signs of life are what make it special. Collectors prize coins that show real-life wear, proof that they survived decades of ordinary circulation. Every imperfection on this penny is proof of its journey, a journey no polished or mint-condition coin could replicate. The story of its survival is as valuable as the coin itself. 1982 coins were produced under intense pressure at the Philadelphia Mint, creating opportunities for small errors. Misstrikes, weight variations, or slight differences in metal composition were common but unnoticed by the public. Those coins that survived circulation while carrying these unique characteristics are now the hidden gems of the collector market. This penny, heavily circulated yet rare by virtue of its year and composition, quietly holds the potential for extraordinary value. For a knowledgeable collector, a single Lincoln cent from 1982 can become more than just change, it can be a life-changing treasure. Imagine the life this penny has lived. It paid for small transactions, moved from city to city, pocket to pocket, hand to hand, surviving the wear of decades. It endured scratches, bends, and dirt that destroyed millions of others, yet it sits here, quietly holding history and potential fortune. Each mark, each imperfection, each faded line is evidence that it endured while others vanished. This is what makes a coin extraordinary, surviving ordinary life to become something priceless to the right eyes. Even coins that appear worn or ordinary can shock the collector world. Condition is not always the measure of value, rarity, survival, and production anomalies are. A penny that survived unnoticed for decades, ignored by most, may be worth thousands if someone recognizes its uniqueness. This 1982 Lincoln Memorial cent has endured history, survived the transition, and quietly carries the potential to astonish anyone who understands its story. It proves that even the most ordinary coin can hold an extraordinary fortune. Before you ever spend this coin, pause. Hold it. Look at it. Feel the history etched into every surface. The marks, scratches, and dents are not flaws, they are proof of survival and evidence of hidden value. This is more than a penny, it is decades of American life, the story of a transition year, and a quiet promise of financial potential. Every anomaly could be the difference between ordinary change and a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The right person, with knowledge and patience, sees far more than 1 cent here. They see a coin that survived decades, witnessed history, and quietly holds potential fortune. They see rarity, they see survival, they see opportunity. What appears to be a simple 1982 Lincoln Memorial cent could quietly change someone's life overnight. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary objects, when examined carefully, can hold extraordinary value beyond imagination. Welcome back. Stop for a moment. Don't scroll. Don't rush. Hold this coin in your hand and really look at it. This is the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial cent, struck in Philadelphia during the later years of copper-plated zinc cents. It's worn, dirty, and heavily circulated, showing decades of use. At first glance, it seems ordinary, just another penny among millions, easily overlooked. But the scratches, dents, and faded lines it carries tell a story few will ever notice. This coin is more than metal, it is history, survival, and quiet potential for life-changing value. Every mark whispers decades of American life, endurance, and hidden treasure for the right collector. 1989 might seem like a normal year in American coinage, but every Lincoln cent minted that year carried subtle variations. Millions were produced, flooding cash registers, wallets, and coin jars. Most were spent, lost, or discarded without a second thought. Yet among these millions, some survived with characteristics that make them rare today: slight die variations, unusual weight, or unique strikes. Collectors understand that survival in ordinary circulation can make a coin extraordinarily valuable. This humble penny, ignored for decades, quietly carries a fortune hidden in plain sight. This Lincoln Memorial cent has lived a full life in the real world. It slid across counters, jingled in pocket change, and paid for countless small purchases. It passed through hundreds of hands, rubbed against keys, other coins, and surfaces that left permanent marks. Each imperfection tells the story of a coin that survived everyday life while millions of others were discarded or destroyed. The wear, dirt, and scratches are proof that this coin endured, and it is exactly this survival that gives it its hidden value. Collectors aren't just chasing shiny coins, they chase stories, rarity, and history. The 1989 Lincoln cent represents decades of American commerce and a stable period in U.S. coin production. Even heavily circulated coins like this can be worth thousands if a collector recognizes subtle anomalies. Weight differences, die errors, or slight misstrikes can transform what looks like a simple penny into an astonishing treasure. For the knowledgeable collector, every mark and dent adds value rather than reducing it. Take a close look at the coin's details. The edges are worn, Lincoln's profile softened by years of use, and the reverse shield shows fading from decades of circulation. These imperfections tell the story of a coin that survived ordinary life. Collectors prize coins that have real-life wear because it proves authenticity and survival. Each scratch and mark is a footprint in history, a silent record of the journey this coin has endured. Even ordinary-looking pennies can hide extraordinary value. The 1989 Lincoln cent is part of the copper-plated zinc series, making it lighter than older copper pennies. Some anomalies in these later cents, misstrikes, subtle metal variations, or minor minting errors, make them highly collectible. A coin that survived in circulation with these hidden characteristics becomes a treasure to the right buyer. For many collectors, rarity isn't about perfection, it's about survival, history, and hidden uniqueness. Imagine the life of this penny through American hands. It paid for gas, groceries, and vending machines. It traveled from pocket to pocket, wallet to wallet, enduring decades of use. It survived scratches, bending, and wear that destroyed millions of others. Now it quietly carries both history and the potential for incredible monetary value to those who know what to look for. Before you ever spend or discard this coin, pause. Hold it. Feel it. Examine every detail. The marks are not flaws, they are proof of survival, history, and potential fortune. This penny is more than currency, it is a piece of American history, quietly holding decades of commerce, survival, and rare collectible characteristics. What seems like an ordinary 1989 cent could hide an astonishing fortune for the right collector. The right person, with knowledge and experience, sees more than just one penny. They see decades of American life, survival through ordinary circulation, and the subtle errors that make it rare. They see potential value hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone who knows how to recognize it. A coin that looks like a simple 1989 Lincoln cent could quietly change a life overnight, transforming ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. Every penny tells a story if you know how to read it. This 1989 Lincoln Memorial cent survived ordinary life, rare in subtle ways that most people overlook. Collectors understand that real value is in survival, history, and anomalies. And for the right person, this humble coin could be the key to unimaginable wealth, quietly waiting in your hands. Never underestimate the hidden potential of a coin that seems ordinary, it could hold the fortune of a lifetime. Welcome back. Stop for a moment. Don't scroll. Don't rush. Hold this coin carefully and really observe it. This is the 2012 no-mint mark Lincoln Shield cent, struck in Philadelphia during the early years of the Union Shield design. It's copper-plated zinc, heavily circulated, worn, and dirted from decades of use. At first glance, it may seem like a common penny, easily overlooked in jars, drawers, and pocket change. But the scratches, marks, and faded details it carries tell a story that most people will never notice. This humble coin is more than metal, it is history, endurance, and quiet potential for life-changing value. Every mark whispers decades of American commerce, survival, and hidden fortune waiting for someone who can recognize it. 2012 was a significant year in U.S. coinage history. The Lincoln Shield design was fresh, symbolizing strength, unity, and continuity, replacing the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse. Millions of cents were struck, flooding wallets, cash registers, and coin jars across the nation. Most were spent, lost, or ignored without a thought. Yet among these millions, some survived with subtle variations in minting, weight, and strikes that make them valuable today. Collectors know that a coin's story, survival, and subtle anomalies can transform an ordinary penny into a rare treasure. This Lincoln Shield cent has lived a long and active life. It slid across store counters, jingled in change jars, and paid for countless small purchases. It passed through hundreds of hands, rubbed against keys, other coins, and surfaces that left permanent marks. Each scratch, dent, and faded line is proof that it survived ordinary life while millions of others were discarded, lost, or melted down. Its imperfections are not flaws, they are evidence of resilience, history, and hidden value. Collectors don't just seek shine, they hunt for story, rarity, and survival. Even coins from as recent as 2012 can be incredibly valuable if subtle differences are present. Weight variations, die errors, and minting anomalies may be overlooked by most, but they can make this penny highly collectible. A coin like this, worn yet unique, quietly holds the potential for extraordinary value for those who know what to look for. It proves that even a modern penny can carry hidden treasure beyond imagination. Look closely at the details. The Union Shield on the reverse may seem ordinary, but wear in circulation reveal how this coin has survived decades of handling. Lincoln's profile on the obverse shows faint traces of lifelong use, each mark a testament to decades of American life. Collectors prize these coins because they carry authentic evidence of survival, authenticity, and history. Every scratch and dent is a footprint in time, recording the journey of a coin that has been through countless hands. Even modern pennies have hidden potential. The 2012 Lincoln Shield cent is copper-plated zinc, lighter than older copper cents, which sometimes led to subtle minting anomalies. Misstrikes, minor die errors, or unusual planchet variations may occur, creating hidden rarities. A penny that survived circulation with these characteristics quietly transforms into a collector's dream. Value is not always in shine, it is in survival, history, and rarity combined. Imagine the journey of this coin through everyday American life. It paid for coffee, snacks, and small transactions, moving from pocket to pocket, wallet to wallet. It endured scratches, bends, and ordinary wear that destroyed millions of others. Yet here it is, quietly holding decades of history and potential fortune in its humble copper-plated zinc frame. It's a reminder that ordinary coins can hold extraordinary secrets for those who know where to look. Before spending or discarding this coin, pause. Examine it carefully. Feel its weight and observe every mark. These imperfections are not flaws, they are proof of survival, history, and hidden opportunity. This penny is more than currency, it's a testament to decades of commerce, life, and the subtle anomalies that make it valuable. A 2012 Lincoln Shield cent may appear ordinary, but it can quietly carry a fortune for someone with the right knowledge. The right person sees more than a simple penny here. They see history, survival, and subtle uniqueness. They see the rare combination of circulation and anomaly that makes it highly collectible. What seems like a common 2012 Lincoln Shield cent could quietly transform into life-changing value overnight. For collectors, it's proof that patience, observation, and knowledge unlock hidden treasures in plain sight. Every penny tells a story if you know how to read it. This 2012 Lincoln Shield cent survived ordinary circulation, yet its subtle features and history make it extraordinary. Collectors understand that true value lies not just in condition, but in rarity, survival, and unique characteristics. This coin could quietly change a life, reminding us that even the most ordinary-looking coins may harbor fortunes beyond imagination. The right eyes, with the right knowledge, can turn simple change into extraordinary wealth.